I told you about the first time I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark. Then I told you how I really fell in love with Indiana Jones thanks to Temple of Doom. And today I'm going to tell you about Last Crusade. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video. It's Indiana Jones week here on the channel. Like this shirt I wore every day this week, but there's other Indiana Jones related shirts over at junkmanmerch.com. Star Wars shirts, toy shirts, all kinds of shirts. Even this logo on a shirt. So we're going to go to 1989 to talk The Last Crusade. In fact, Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. The search for the Holy Grail. Eternal life. Drink from this, live forever. Stay on the other side of the seal. Just let it take me back to my childhood. So, The Last Crusade, released in 1989, and if you've been watching this series of videos, you know this is not really a review of the movie, but my thoughts on the movie and what it meant to me in my childhood. Hold on, the dog's eating something. Oh, sorry about that. The dog was chewing something. It was really loud on the camera. So, let's get back to 1989, the year of Indiana. Let's be honest, it was the year of Batman. I'm not going to lie to you. As much as I was an Indiana Jones fan, it was Batman. 1989, Michael Keaton as Batman, Nicolas Cage, Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Now, I'd like to see Nicolas Cage as the Joker now that I say it. Jack Nicholson as the Joker. It took over my world. I mean, to me, 1989 was the last year of my childhood going to the movies. Let's see, in 1989, well, I was 17. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7. Going on 17, so I was 16 when I saw this, and basically your childhood is almost over. And as much as you think I would have fallen in love with Indiana, don't get me wrong, I did love it. Because everybody had Batman fever in 1989, and I was one of them. But we're not here to talk about Michael Keaton's Batman movie, and maybe we should one day, but we're going to talk about The Last Crusade. Now, if you watch my Temple of Doom memories, you may think I don't like Last Crusade, but no, I do like The Last Crusade. Helps my memory drinking out of that. But I'll be honest with you, I don't have a connection to it. You know, I saw Indiana Jones, well, Raiders of the Lost Ark when I was about 9 years old, fell in love with it, got on VHS, watched it over and over again, read the little read-along book. You know, it's time to turn the page. Had the figures. Temple of Doom came out, had the figures. There was no figures in 1989 for The Last Crusade. I guess after the failure of the Temple of Doom line and the Raiders line, no toy company cared to touch it. But I was 17, going on 17 when this movie came out. And although I do love the movie, I don't have that connection to it like I do with Temple of Doom and Raiders. Again, Temple of Doom hit when I was almost 13, right? And that was what that movie was tailor-made for, 11 to 14-year-olds. That was a movie for us. And although this one was fun, I just, you know what I'm saying? I just don't have that connection. You know, I didn't have toys to play. I didn't have a lunchbox to take to school. I saw it, liked it. A few weeks later, I saw Batman and loved it. And I loved this also. And then I bought it on video. Let's see where I stopped watching this one at. Get out of there, you fur yoke. Man. I was kind of rewind. Actually, I think I even bought this used. You know, when you go to Blockbuster and they had used ones. I think that's when I bought that one. But I can remember taking my high school lunch money. I'd get lunch money, $20 for a week. Supposed to last me all week. I never ate my own. You know, I never ate lunch. I would just hang out. So I took that $20 and bought Batman with it. I don't know. I think I bought this on Blockbuster used. Again, I do love it. Don't get me wrong. My only problem really with Last Crusade is it played it too safe. It's, you know, Lucas and Spielberg and them said, oh, people didn't like Temple of Doom. It was too different than Raiders. Well, that's what I like about it. Yeah, it's too dark. Here's the second one. It was the Empire Strikes Back of the Indiana Jones movie. Okay with dark. I like dark. Although it's a little cartoony, Temple of Doom, it's not really that dark. You know, it's kind of silly in places. This one, they said, let's go back to the Nazis. People talk about how The Force Awakens is a remake of Star Wars. A New Hope, well, this is a way of the remake of Raiders, isn't it? I mean, it seems like it's got the same beats. It even shows the classroom scene. It looks like it's almost a reshot from the classroom from Raiders. Now, it starts off, of course, with young Indiana Jones, and I think River Phoenix does a great portrayal as young Indiana Jones. I would have loved to have seen a River Phoenix young Indiana Jones movie. Instead, we got a television show where I'm not going to do. I've never really watched the show. I've seen a couple episodes. I saw the one with Harrison Ford on it, of course. I never really could get into the TV show. But River Phoenix does a great job with the movie. But if you notice, he gets his hat, he gets his fear of snakes, he gets the scar on his chin, he uses a whip, he gets his look, all in like 5 minutes of his life. And again, we're back to the Nazis. Yeah, the Nazis got to be the bad guys again. At least Temple of Doom gave us something different. We had Nazis and Raiders, we had the Thuggy cult and Doom. Why didn't we get anything different for Last Crusade? Again, I feel like I'm bashing the movie, but I really love it as a movie. I just wish they didn't go back to the well, go back to try to do a sequel to Raiders, try to make it too much. They just tried too hard. I mean, bring Salah back, which is great. I'm okay, but I like that Temple of Doom was so different. Didn't bring back, other than Harrison Ford, didn't bring back any other characters. Didn't really grow. Didn't really get to learn much more about the character. Here you get his backstory of his dad. His mom and dad's divorced. Mom didn't ever understand his dad, which is good and cool, and I like it and everything. Sean Connery is great in it. I can't think of anyone better to play Indiana Jones' father than James Bond himself. Sean Connery. It's great. I love the chemistry between the two. I think it's really great. I think it's really it's one of the best written of the Indiana Jones. Well, Raiders is written better. Maybe a better story than Temple of Doom, but not as fun as Temple of Doom. Another problem I have, again, I feel like I'm just bashing this film. Another problem I have is the special effects. This one is almost 10 years after Raiders. Almost 10, not 10. Almost 10 years later. And to me, I think this one might have the worst special effects. There's a part where River Phoenix, as young Indiana Jones, falls into a snake pit, and it's like a big rubber snake pops up. When we've seen Raiders, Indy's right there face to face with that cobra. But this is like it looks like TV movie snake. And then you have the plane scene where you can tell it's green screen, where Sean Connery's in the back with the gunner seat. Now, there's a lot of bad green screen at Temple of Doom also, so maybe it's on par with that. I would just think by 1989, the effects should have got better, but it seems like Raiders has the best special effects out of all of them. Top of my head, I can't think of anything that really looks green screen in Raiders. I'm sure they use them green screen, I would think. But, again, I'm ragging on the movie, and I feel bad. And I don't really have the other videos I did, childhood memories of going to school, talking about Temple of Doom, hanging out with friends, but no. I did take a date to see this. Yeah, finally. I had a date. Went with a girl that I was seeing at the time. I don't remember much about it. I remember we went to see it. She was just like, okay, it's Indiana Jones. And I was like, oh my God, Indiana Jones is back. I can't remember seeing the trailer, or a TV spot before I saw the trailer, getting really hyped. I was like, Indiana Jones is back. I cannot wait for this movie. Again, I don't really have a lot to say. I'm reminisce about. No toy lot. You taste like prune juice. I do like the movie. It's a lot of fun. I'm trying to just stall this video to make it longer, I guess, and trying to think maybe there's something. Because as soon as I cut this off, you know what's something I don't hear people talk about that I think is impressive? River Phoenix, as young Indiana Jones, does a magic trick, and if you watch, there's no cut in the film. It's a real magic trick where he gets off the train while it's moving. And no one ever brings that up. No one ever brings that up. No one says, hey, how did they do that? Watch it again. There's no cut in the scene. He gets in the box flattens out. The other guy that's dressed like Indiana Jones watches him run off the train. I wonder if that's him running off the train or a look-alike, now that I think about it. I got a magician friend. I'm going to have to ask him about that. But yeah, I really don't have much I can sit here and reminisce and talk about. I hate to say that. I should. And again, it feels like I'm ragging on the movie, but I'm not. There's a lot I do love about it. I love the tank scenes, really great. I love the end of it. The going through the booby trap stuff. I love that. Here's something I don't understand. To this day, I still hear people say it. Indiana Jones drank out of the Holy Grail. He's going to live forever. Why is he old in the new movie? How did Sean Connery die? He drunk out of the Holy Grail. Henry should be alive. Did they not see the movie? The knight tells them, don't cross the seal. The power only works if you stay inside that cave like he did. And he was kind of an old knight, so I'm guessing he left for a couple hours every now and then and came back and drunk out of the grill again. So he did age. Unless he was just old when he went and looked for it. I'm not sure. But I can't believe that people still bring that up, that they don't understand. Now, he did drink out of it. You think maybe it did something. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe if he had a cold it would have got better. You think it would have made him do, maybe his eyesight's got better, maybe some cavities went away or something. You think it would have done something to him. At least his dad filled in a hole. And I did like Salah. I said, well, they bring people back. I did like seeing Salah back. Now, Marcus Brody is in this movie. He comes back also, I was kind of glad to see Marcus Brody back. They kind of dumbed him down. It works. It's silly. It's funny. It works. But if you watch the first movie, it's like two different characters. Let's be honest, like two different characters. But maybe it's because we didn't see enough of Brody, so we didn't get to see his crazy, wacky side. And it's clear that Henry Jones, Indy's dad, and Marcus have a history together. Wouldn't that have been a good movie to see? Sean Connery and Marcus Brody. Now, I would say, hey, maybe they can get two new cast members. But I think them together would have been great to see them two together. If they would have made a movie about that time, maybe something that took place a few years before Last Crusade would have been fun. Maybe I'm just rambling here, but nice price. Last Crusade. I like it. It just didn't hit me as a kid because I wasn't a kid. I was almost 17 years old. So again, I feel bad. I feel like I'm ragging the movie out of the movies. It's my third favorite. My liking for Indiana Jones movies go in order. I like Raiders the best. I like Temple of Doom. But this, if I said Raiders were a 10, I would give Temple of Doom a 9.5, and I would give this a 9. No, don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm just bashing this movie, but I do like it. Now I'm curious what you think. I know a lot of you, some of you put this higher than Raiders. You put this on your list higher than Raiders. Again, I wish I could feel that, but I think if I saw it a few years younger, like maybe some of you did, I would put it a little lower on the list. My buddy Russ, I'm curious. I think he puts it pretty high up. I wonder how old he was when he came out. He probably hit closer to a younger age. And I think if I was 15, I would have probably been like, this is the best one. Maybe if they gave me a toy line to play with, something that would connect it more than just the movie, Didn't even have the turn the page book. I didn't have anything. I had this. I don't think I had anything I don't think I had anything Last Crusade related. And then, to be honest, I hate to say it, I went, all right, I love Last Crusade. Great movie, great. Batman. And then I was Batman for months and months and months, and it just became another Indiana Jones movie to me. And don't get me wrong, I said again, I love it. I watch it over and over. I love it. It just doesn't hold that special nostalgia place for me. But you know what else doesn't? Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. No ticket. Well, that's a look at The Last Crusade. I'll be back tomorrow to tell you my thoughts on Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. If this didn't hit my childhood memory banks, Crystal Skull, I was really an adult. I was married. I had kids. So let's move on. Thank you for watching. If how much you like my content, subscribe to the channel. We will talk again.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.